what Read on Sonoma is about is letting kids read at their own level. We track it, we work with the school, we create an incentive program, and we give them the tools to reward themselves. Why do we step in? Lawrence Amaturo is an enormous philanthropist, cares a tremendous amount about his community, about children, and I'm the exact same. That's I think why we're such great friends. So we're the outside entity that stepped in and said, we're gonna help everybody across the board. Teachers, we're gonna give you some support, school will give you some support, parents will give you some trackable, identifiable structure into how to help your kids read, and students, we're gonna let you be you.
Read on Sonoma is a reading program that engages kids and incentivizes them to not only learn to read, but I would say to love to read. Kids can set their goals, they earn points, they take tests for their comprehension, and then those points turn into rewards, and so it just makes it really fun for them to learn to read and achieve their goals.
The thing I love about this program, Read on Sonoma, it's growth-based. You're only going against yourself, and you're setting up these individual target goals each trimester to reach that goal.
What I think is so compelling about what Read on Sonoma does is it connects a passion for literacy and how it creates that culture in the schools with really concrete data that shows that it's working.
Before Read on Sonoma, I read books, but not enough. And now that I have Read on Sonoma, I read a lot daily. I tripled my goal already.
I felt inspired to read more because of the prizes, but then later on I found out that it's not about the prizes. It's about like how much you enjoy reading.
There's something incredibly special about Read on Sonoma, and you can see it in the data, but more importantly, you can see it in the way our young people talk about reading after being through this program. It's such an exciting model that creates young people who love to read. And we know that reading is the way to create critical thinkers, to create young people who are innovative, who think differently, who are able to work with different communities and kids from different cultures.
Just come visit one of our assemblies and you'll get the excitement by itself. Kids screaming and cheering for themselves and cheering for their teachers. Come on out to our programs. Come out and volunteer one time. Go to a school and see what we're doing. You're gonna want it in your school.
So what we've seen from Read on Sonoma and the data that we have, the concrete numbers that show and tell our story, is that all children, no matter their life circumstances, can be successful, and that this can light the fire to send them on a life trajectory that breaks the narrative of poverty or ending up incarcerated. We believe and now have the evidence to show that every single student can thrive and learn to read.
You know, 51 million Americans today are functionally illiterate. They can't read a newspaper. They can't fill out a job application. The greatest commonality among our incarcerated throughout the country, it is their inability to read. And we want to do our share to help that. And it can't happen when someone's 25. It happens when a child is built to learn to read.
Creo que yo no había escuchado de este programa antes y pues hasta ahora que el año pasado que nos ayudaron con Juanita, pues ella dice que ella quiere sobrepasar sus metas de que ya le he leído mucho, que a veces pues ni uno mismo lo cree que haya leído todas esas palabras o todos esos libros.
River Credit Union has been a proud partner with Read on Sonoma and has seen the success grow, and they're now at a place where they can expand and reach more children in schools. And so we want to engage the community to continue to help us do that through donations and more funds.
I would just encourage others to donate, to be a part of the program, to go read in the schools. By doing that, you're going to change lives for years to come.
Me siento muy orgullosa porque ella siempre ama leer, siempre se la pasa con sus libros en mano. Y pues yo como mamá me encanta verla con un libro en mano en vez de traer un teléfono que no les ayuda. En cambio, un libro les ayuda para su mente y para su futuro. Muchas gracias.
Giving donations really helps kids learn. And the more they learn, the better the world's gonna be for the next generations.
If there's one way we could measure the success of Read on Sonoma, it's to know that 27 more elementary schools here in Sonoma County have asked to become a part of this.
My future, my goal, my belief, my desire, my hope is that Read on Sonoma turns into Read on America.